TikTok is incorporated in California. Its CEO sits in Singapore. It's all just smoke and mirrors. There are more algorithm engineers in China working on TikTok's video recommendation engine than in any other international offices, according to people with knowledge of the matter. Now, literally, a member from the CCP sits on the board of ByteDance.
Somewhat recent article here saying exactly what we were talking about over the past year now with TikTok. What was the article that we referenced maybe 9 months ago now was like American head, Chinese body, where you had really just the sales and marketing arm of TikTok is in the United States. TikTok is owned by ByteDance, Chinese company, and all of the product and development resources for TikTok are in China. And what we were talking about on the show is that there's no way for you to just up and rip out this workforce from China and move them outside of China. It doesn't work that way. You have thousands of people building this product, and they were going to do the deal with Oracle, for example. There was just no way that you were realistically going to be able to move this outside of the country in any measurable period of time. Just such a gargantuan effort. Same thread exists for Zoom. That's actually, I think, where we first drew the analogy. Is Zoom is actually registered a U.S. company. Sales and marketing in the U.S., engineering and product are in China, and they're not going to be able to split this thing out. They're trying to move them, I guess, to Southeast Asia. It just doesn't work. It was built there. All the engineers are there. You got thousands of people just with labor markets as tight as they are, just not realistic. This article is all basically just confirmed all of that. So TikTok has worked to separate its operations from Chinese owner ByteDance, particularly as foreign governments have scrutinized or punished the video app over actual occurrences that Beijing has hijacked it for its own purposes, right? These US media companies like to act like these are just conspiracy theories. Is that they've actually occurred. TikTok is incorporated in California. Its CEO sits in Singapore. It's all just smoke and mirrors. Its chief information security officer is based in the US. Who cares? Just a figurehead. And the company says data on its hundreds of millions of users are stored on servers outside China. A lie. But TikTok's ties to China remain deep. There are more algorithm engineers in China working on TikTok's video recommendation engine than in any other international offices, according to people with knowledge of the matter. Oh, yeah, that's the actual truth. That's not the stuff that's on the surface. This is all just show. All this other stuff. ByteDance also has Chinese-based product managers, monetization experts, and data analysts who all work on, guess what? TikTok. And ByteDance Beijing office recently sought to hire a senior engineer to analyze, guess what? TikTok's user data, which isn't supposed to be in China, but it is. It's a joke. But, right, the information, they open up the article saying, well, foreign governments have scrutinized TikTok over a kind of alleged fear. Even though then, second paragraph, they say ByteDance Beijing office just hired a senior engineer to analyze TikTok's user data, which is not supposed to be in China. But it's an alleged fear that the Chinese could be using this data inappropriately. Not to mention censoring and feeding and changing human behavior, right? And the Chinese are masters at this. 50 Cent Army, we've covered this for years now. How they can use information to change people's perception, to change what people think is true and not true. TikTok has said it's creating more teams in the US, Europe, and Singapore. Sales and marketing teams. But it has said little about what ByteDance China-based employees do for TikTok. Duh. ByteDance official Chinese website earlier this week had a job posting whose responsibilities include mining user portraits based on massive user behavior. It's on the hiring website. ByteDance also removed two other Chinese-based postings that mentioned TikTok, one for a product manager and the other for a search algorithm engineer, after the information contacted them. The company has said over the past year it had placed significant restrictions on any access to such data from China. A Chinese-based ByteDance employee who works on TikTok said they typically, so not always typically, work with the app's anonymized, aggregated data and don't have access to personal information unless President Xi wants to really find something out. And, these think tanks are really on top of it. It's easier for the Chinese government to squeeze people in China, said James Andrew Lewis from a bipartisan think tank. Lewis also said Beijing's tightening control over Chinese internet giants through actions such as taking a board seat in their subsidiaries makes it harder for ByteDance to argue that it's independent from the government. We covered this. You had now literally a member from the CCP sits on the board of ByteDance. Actually bought shares in the company at an insanely discounted price and now have a board seat. Can't trust TikTok. You can't trust any of these Chinese tech companies. You'd be a fool if you did. Hi, I'm Alex. Thanks for watching the show. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, but even better, make sure to follow us on Odyssey, follow us on Rumble, and text us 203-646-5159. Text the word Monopoly. You'll be subscribed. You'll get updates about when we're going live, our latest videos, and we'll send you even a little goodie bag. And in the event that we all get banned from big tech, we'll still be connected.